Greetings, everyone. This is amalightworker with another live stream. I realize that nobody is on yet, so I won't start right away. I want to give everybody enough time so that you get notified by YouTube. If you happen to be live with me right now, go in the chat, say hello, and let me know where is it that you are chatting from. For those of you who don't know me yet, again, my name is Ama Lightworker. You can always visit my website at www.amalightworker.com and email me for a reading at amalightworker@gmail.com. You are going to find my contact information posted down here below in the description box, but also in the chat. Up here, I can see blue eyes. How are you? Love Spirit from Hawaii. So I would encourage everybody just to say hello and let me know where is it that you are chatting from. I have already done months ago the Akashic Records reading for each sign of the zodiac for the entire year of 2024. And for those of you who are interested, the link to those videos, it's a Vimeo link. It's posted down here below in the description box, but also in the chat. So all the useful links that you may need, I already posted in the chat. I see TT, hi, how are you? Juicy J from South Dakota. How is everybody doing today? Okay, so I will give it Blue Eyes from Michigan. Okay, so should we start? I'll wait for you to tell me. Minky Simisi, if I'm pronouncing your name correctly, from Johannesburg, South Africa. Hello, South Africa. Okay, so it is a quiet Monday where I live. Titi from Arizona, much blessing and love. Same to you. Thank you so much. Okay. So I was thinking of doing, and Goddess 33 from Florida, I was thinking of doing an Akashic Records reading for each sign of the zodiac for the month of February 2024. And for those of you who are interested, I'm still running the $200 special for the month of February as well. That would include, according to your choice, an Akashic reading or healing, either or, an energy clearing. And as a bonus, I will give to you a 9-star key reading, which is also called a birthday reading. Basically, you're going to tell me your birthday. I will break down the patterns of your birthday, and I will tell you the energy of 2024, how to use that to your advantage, what to do and what not to do. So if you'd like to have more information about it, don't hesitate to email me with questions or inquiries at amalightworker@gmail.com. Again, my email is listed in the description box and also in the chat. And I'm doing this because it's a mirror reflection. Okay, so if I point this, okay, now I got it. All right, so it's this way, the chat. Okay. All right, so I will begin with Aries, Aries Sun, Aries Rising, and Aries Moon, February 2024. You need to slow down in some ways. For some of you, you may want to slow down your feelings, your emotions. Don't rush into anything. You have been experiencing a lot of ups and downs, at least emotionally. For some of you, you need to slow down physically. Maybe you need to take a rest. You need to take a few days off just to recharge your batteries. You also have to think and reflect about what is coming next in your life. For many of you, you had to deal with a big, huge closure, the ending of a relationship, heartbreak, heartache. For some of you, it was about saying goodbye or a final goodbye to a loved one that maybe has crossed over in the recent couple of months. Okay, so or having to say goodbye to an old profession, an old job, maybe because something better is coming along. Some of you may be thinking of retiring or making provisions now for many years ago from now when some of you will have to retire. It is around this time that some of you could be thinking about traveling, either making travel arrangements or just thinking about it. Even though all of the planets are moving forward, which is very unusual for every single planet to not be retrograde, in other words, it's going to feel that in some ways either time is standing still, or it's going to feel that there are communication issues, transportation issues, internet related issues, technology related issues. So, in some ways, some of you could be experiencing this as Mercury is retrograde. For many of you, this year is going to end up changing the rest of your life. But you also have to carefully think about what your next step is and to have a solid plan before you decide to proceed with a major decision. Okay? For some of you, this major decision is going to be connected to a relationship or to a marriage. Okay? What to do about it, about this marriage? To get married or to disintegrate this marriage. So there is a little bit of Aries stubbornness that is being shown to me as I want to have everything or nothing. So again, make sure that in anything that you plan on doing, whether it is a small change or a big change, that everything is thought out and you have a solid plan step by step. Some of you could be doing around this time changes related to your appearance. You may be changing your hair, going to the hairdresser, plastic surgery, fillings, so cosmetic type of surgery, or in some ways your overall look could be changing during this time. You may be dealing with sensitivities related to the weather. You may be sensitive to the cold, allergic reactions, food intolerances, or other types of sensitivities. If you have been struggling with a chronic condition or a chronic disease, it could be flaring up during this time. If that has already happened for you, it could be that it already flared up and now it's going to calm down. So, for some of you, there's going to be a focus on your health, how you are doing physically, not only how you are doing emotionally. Better things are to come. Right now, it feels like a huge transition for you. Your energy level may be up and down. You may be feeling the shift in your auras, in your chakras. You may be feeling that up and down emotionally, even financially for some of you. But this is that transition time before the high seas. When you are on a boat, it's raining, and there's a storm. That is that time before, the last storm, before everything calms down. And the Akashic records like to give you an analogy that you will strongly connect with. So I hope that this is making sense to you. Do leave me a comment down here below. Taurus Sun, Taurus Rising, and Taurus Moon, February 2024. You have to make sure that you are not being impatient for things that you need to exercise a lot of patience about. You have to make sure that you are not being stubborn for unnecessary wars. So know where to put a lot of emphasis, where to spend your time, energy, money, your thoughts. This is the time where many of you could be going through some form of detoxing process. Some of you may be going through some form of therapy, okay? Some form of therapy where you are trying to detox your mind from toxic thoughts, or even to detox yourself emotionally from negative emotions that you may be experiencing. Other ones may be truly going through a physical type of detoxing from any addictions that you may have, addiction to any substances, or simply detoxing for as a preparation to lose weight. Sometimes you have to go through like a detoxing process right before you start a diet. For many of you, you're going to be focusing, maybe even too much for some of you, on your health, but you could be focusing on the wrong perspective of your health. Okay, I see a lot of you having to check in with a heart doctor. For some of you, it's just routine. Okay, you have to also understand that in February, you can be emotionally hurt very easily. You have to pay attention here because not everything or everyone is coming at you to offend you or to break your heart or hurt your feelings. That could also be your own perception of what this other person is saying or what the situation is about. You have to understand, Taurus, that you are in charge and you have a lot more control over any given situations. Some of you who are preparing to travel, maybe a long drive, maybe a short drive, I get the sense that you may have to deal with tires, flat tires, pumping more air in your tires. So it feels like there's going to be a focus on the tires of your car. It is during this time that some of you may be going through some form of a change in the transportation that you use, whether you use public transportation, your own personal car, somebody else's car. So there's going to be changes around your form of transportation in February. You have to keep your head held high. If you are dealing with a situation where you are misjudged, okay, people are spreading rumors. If you have nothing to hide and if your conscience is pure, then hold your head high. It is around this time that you may be dealing with secrets, you discovering other people's secrets. People may be discovering your secrets. What transpires after that, whether these are your secrets being exposed, okay, or whether these are other people's secrets that are exposed, that's going to be a whole different story. So in February, the advice is to be as honest as you can, okay, not to overpromise, not to take on anything that is too much for you to take on. So focus on the truth of any situations, okay, because if you get yourself involved into a gossip situation right now, okay, is going to backfire. So you may be dealing with more than one circumstance where the truth is going to be revealed, maybe even accidentally the truth may be revealed. So as the expression goes, you may be spilling your beans. You have to pay attention to what is it that you are commenting on social media, on Facebook. It could be around this time that some people could be going after you for what you said, what you posted. So that's why you have to choose very carefully how much energy do you want to put in this, to spend on this. I also see many of you choosing to take a break from the internet, social media, technology, and just to spend some time in nature. Many of you are going to be feeling this deep need to connect to what is greater out there, to connect to God, the source, religion for some of you, nature. So you're going to be feeling the need to search for the greater meaning of life, a greater purpose out there. So you may be going through some form of soul searching. Many of you are going to need answers. You have to make choices, decisions. And that's why you could be going or looking for signs from a higher power. I see many of you wanting to consult like a coach, a doctor, a psychologist, a psychiatrist, somebody who does dream interpretation, a tarot reader, spiritual coaching, a religious leader. So it feels like you are going to be needing some guidance, okay, from a professional of some sort, of somebody who does tarot or Akashic reading. So in February, it's very important that you trust the first intuitive hit that you get, the first feeling that you have for somebody or the situation. That's the feeling that you have to trust because your feeling will be shifting and changing. So always trust your first instinct. I hope that this is making sense to you. Gemini Sun, Gemini Rising, and Gemini Moon, February 2024. You have to be very careful with what you are promising to yourself. You have to be very careful with how you are examining your future opportunities, your future prospects. There's a lot of opportunities coming your way in business, in finances, work, in social connections, networking. And it does feel that some of you could be gaining around this time new followers on social media. I'm also getting the sense that there could be a little bit of either jealousy or people who, for some reason, anything that you post, they seem to have like the opposite point of view just to piss you off. This could also be happening at home. Maybe some of your children, on purpose, you know how they do, they have to say or do exactly the opposite of what you tell them to do. Okay. It could be during this time that for some of you, some situations around siblings may arise that you may have to help, step in to help, or maybe to resolve some sort of a dispute or miscommunication. Some of you are going to be looking forward to signing some form of contract. You could be looking forward to sign a rental agreement, buying or selling of a property, a job contract, um, or you may be dealing with other important documentation that possibly may be involving traveling, international traveling, visas, immigration related situations, or other legal related circumstances. So it feels like you're getting the paperwork ready, you're consulting with people. So if you are already dealing with this type of situations, around this time, you may be receiving either a very good news about travel, international travel, immigration, citizenship, legal situations, courts, legal matters, or you may be receiving the information that you had no idea that you needed. Okay. Around this time, a friendship may be falling in your lap. You are attracting the people that are most useful to you throughout the year, but at least one of them may be showing up for you in February. It feels that your social status may be changing. You could be getting to know new acquaintances, new social circles. And it's going to be through these groups of people, they can also be online, that they're going to end up enriching your life or helping and guiding you to what is yet to come in your life. Sometimes, Gemini, you are very good in giving other people's advice. They come to you for advice. But sometimes you forget to take your own advice. So in February, remember to take your own advice. You may be dealing with some sort of situation where, for some of you, it could be an innocent flirting, flirting online, flirting in person. For some of you, it could be a little bit more complicated than that, especially if you are already married or in a relationship. It could be around this time that you could be feeling, experiencing a very strong sexual attraction towards someone. For some of you, you may be potentially dealing with a situation where the person that you are interested, the person that you are flirting, they either live abroad or they live very far away. So issues around, or maybe you're going to have a very deep conversation with someone about long distance relationships. There could be that sense that you may be getting a little bit disappointed by this flirtation, this person that you want to seek maybe in a different way. So it feels like you're trying to keep many of your affairs private or to be very private with your feelings. Maybe you don't feel quite ready to express your feelings to this other person that you have a sexual attraction on them or more. So there's going to be at least one other person to steer inside of you doubts about your current love, your current relationship. So there's going to be new and interesting situations around your dating circumstance, okay? Whether you are single or married. So make sure in February that you are not taking on more than you can chew at work, financially, responsibilities, or in a love related situation. Okay, sometimes you may have to trust your intuition, but other times you have to listen to what you feel that is morally right to do. I hope that this is making sense to you, Gemini. Cancer. Cancer Sun, Cancer Rising, and Cancer Moon, February 2024. You are going to have this feeling of being alarmed, okay? Anxiety a little bit, but anything that you may be getting this emergency feeling from or this alarm from may turn out not to be as bad as you think, or it may actually even turn out to be a false alarm. So, for some of you, this could be related to medical related situations, health related situations. For other ones, I literally hear like a fire alarm and then it's a false alarm, or maybe they're testing the fire alarms in the area. Some of you are going to be consulting with a dentist. Okay, it could be about TMJ, your teeth whitening. It could be around this time that you may end up running into someone you know or meeting a very interesting person, especially if you are going for a doctor's office, in a hospital, in and out of clinics. So, in some form of health related building or institution that you're going to be running into people that you haven't seen in a while, or making new acquaintances that you're going to find very interesting and very charming. Many of you are going to be focusing on your finances. You may be dealing with different banks, different accounts, transferring money, credit cards, taxes. You may be preparing for a big reveal of some sort. For some of you, I'm also showing the buying and selling of land, buying and selling of property. I am shown from the Akashic records, many of you having to go through boxes and boxes of things. Many of them are dusty. You may be thinking of cleaning an area of your home that maybe hasn't been cleaned in a while, or going through old boxes of stuff. You may also be helping somebody else who needs to clean up and they have a lot of boxes to carry, or old boxes that they haven't opened in a while. Many of you are going to be able to find something that you lost, or maybe you had no idea you lost it, okay? And suddenly it's going to be right there, maybe hidden in between boxes, okay? I also see a lot of you doing a huge cleanup of the attic. I see many of you doing a huge cleanup of the driveway. I see many of you doing a cleanup of a basement if you have a basement. There's going to be some sort of an activity in the neighborhood. I see many of you joining some form of either an outdoor sports, outdoor festivities, concerts, um, or like vendors that are selling in the street, but it feels very local for some of you. So you may be going to one of these events outdoors. If you have children, around this time, you may be receiving some news or information about your children, or a child in your life, if it's not yours, that is going to make you feel very, very proud. A Leo, a Leo Sun, a Leo Rising, and a Leo Moon, February 2024. You have to be very careful here not to jump in conclusions and then point your fingers at the wrong person, because either you have miscalculated the timing of everything, you have miscalculated the information. So don't be judgmental in February. You have to clear your mind from any expectations. Focus on what you know, okay? It's very important that you don't rush your feelings, but it's also very important that you don't start judging people or accusing people if you don't have the evidence, or maybe you need to know more. It feels like a circumstance that feels very heavy internally, makes you feel very bad, it's going to blow over. It's going to be like a bubble, like boom, and it goes away. So maybe it's not as bad as you make it in your mind, or it's going to turn out to be a minor, a minor complication. Some of you are going to be addressing issues about a place to live, issues around family arrangements, where everybody's going to sleep. You may be addressing around this time issues around fertility, your body, fertility issues, pregnancies, births. For some of you, you may have to, it feels like you are consulting somebody about hormonal related issues around this time. I'm also shown some of you suspecting that maybe you will have some sort of a chronic thyroid issue, and you may be checking in with a doctor or a specialist about it. Many of you around this time, you could be resolving a circumstance through other alternative forms, particularly if it comes to your health. So, yes, some of you are consulting with a doctor, but for some of you, you are also considering the energy of this. So, in addition to consulting to a doctor, a medical specialist, a medical team, you could also be checking in with a spiritual healer, or an energy healer. So some of you may be getting some form of energy work for your self. I'm also shown some of you doing acupuncture around this time. If you have been experiencing voice related issues, a sore throat and voice related issues, around this time is going to clear out. It's going to get better. I see many of you getting your voice back. I'm showing many of you singing, being able to sing. And for some of you, I'm also shown that you are able to sing professionally. Okay, maybe your throat was a little sore and now it's clearing up. You could be signing up to take courses, classes around this time, or you could be part of some sort of a training. Either you are the person who's training others, or you are the one being trained. So, in some ways, your knowledge is expanding, but also around this time in February, your practical skills are expanding. You could be practicing on what you have learned. So, it feels practical skill and practical knowledge are taking place. Virgo Sun, Virgo Rising, and Virgo Moon. February 2024. You have to be very careful with swear words. Do not use swear words. It does feel that you may be doing that, and maybe the wrong person is listening to that. You could be doing that during a meeting in the workplace, and it may lead to you leaving a very bad impression on somebody that you are trying to impress. For some of you, this may also be your significant other or somebody that you are romantically interested in. I see some of you trying to finish up a book. This could be a scholastic related book or a novel, or another book. So for some of you, you're just trying to finish reading that, but your concentration is off. You always get interrupted or something else comes up. But for other Virgos, it does feel that you have been dwelling on this idea of a book, okay? So maybe you started to write it, but then you didn't finish it. So in February, any projects that maybe you started and for whatever reason you could not complete it, now it feels that life is giving you more than one chance for you to focus and concentrate on finish projects, creative projects, work related projects, cleaning projects around the home. So it feels like anything that you need to complete, you are going to be able to complete it one after the other in February. For some of you, you're going to feel like either a neighbor is too nosy, you may be feeling that maybe you want to connect to your neighbors, but either or, it feels that it doesn't matter in what extreme this is for you. It feels like there's going to be something significant happening with the neighbor, a neighbor, or a few neighbors. Some of you love a good competition, and I see many of you enter in some form of competition, playing a game, family games, family night, trivia night with friends and acquaintances. So it's going to turn out to be a lot of fun as long as you don't take this competition too seriously. Some of you are going to be nominated around this time for either a promotion, a raise, you may be nominated for something through social media. So it feels like one of your achievements, it's not going to go unnoticed. Okay. You could be nominated to be the employee of the month, best employee of the year. If you write, you are creative, you are an artist, maybe your work is going to be nominated, maybe a movie, a painting. I don't know, something here is being nominated. Like for some reason, I'm getting an image of the Oscars, okay, where you get nominated and then there's a voting and it's decided who's going to win. So for some reason, they're bringing me my attention to that. Remember to be proud of who you are and your accomplishment. And on the other hand, Virgo, make sure that you don't become too cocky. Okay, so it feels like you are in the midst of some success to happen. It feels that for some of you, there's going to be a focus on either being proposed or thinking of proposing to someone. This could be a marriage proposal, a financial or business deal arrangement type of proposal, or even asking someone out. So for some of you, okay, there is a marriage offer or a marriage proposal in the making. I hope that this is making sense to you. Scorpio. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, and Scorpio Moon. No, I'm sorry. I think I skipped Libra. I don't know if anybody's watching me to correct me. I just did Virgo, so this is Libra then. Libra Sun, Libra Rising, and Libra Moon, February 2024. You have to analyze both sides of the equation. There's going to be some differences between you and your significant loved one, either your spouse, a business partner, or even at work. Okay, you may be dealing with groups of people that have opposing or a difference of opinions, different opinions, opposite opinions. This could be on different sides of the political spectrum or about any other issue. And it feels that for some of you Libras, you have chosen to be in one of these groups. Some of you may choose during this time to take action, to be an activist, maybe to participate in a march for what you believe in, to participate in some sort of a protest. Okay. So it feels that, and that's going to give you like a greater purpose. You're going to feel that you are part of something bigger and greater. For some of you, around this time, there's going to be situations involving a home related matter, or a family related situation, particularly involving one of your parents that may be showing up at this time. Especially if the matter involves one of your parents, it does feel that it's a matter or an issue that comes up from time to time. Some of you may want to help or address matters of helping or aiding a parent. Maybe they're sick or they need other types of help from you around this time. I see some of you either getting a new pet, okay, getting a new pet, or taking a pet that you have at the vet for vaccinations or whatever this is. There is a sense that if in the beginning of February you didn't feel settled, you had all of these inner emotions bubbling up, it feels that toward the end of February, you're going to feel calmer. Okay? You're going to resolve this inner dilemma, and these emotions that you may be experiencing are going to calm down and you're going to feel more balanced. Your daily life will be changing, either your work schedule, your daily life, daily activities. So there's going to be a readjustments of your daily schedule around this time. Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Rising, and Scorpio Moon, February 2024. You're going to have this sense that in some ways you are forgiven. Either another person is forgiving you, you're forgiving yourself, or you may be getting the sense that the universe is forgiving you. It feels like now you are ready to receive more. Whether what you desire is to receive more love, more friends, more money, more opportunities, more lucky situations. Now it feels that in your heart space, you are ready to receive more. In February, you are going to be dealing with surprise type of situations. Some of you could be running into an ex. You could be accidentally finding them on YouTube, or maybe like an old post that it was posted a long time ago. Some of you could be reconnecting with someone from your past, not necessarily in a romantic related sense or in a love related sense. You may be reconnecting with an old acquaintance, an old friend, or an old group of people, even reconnecting with an old online society or an online Facebook page, maybe that you belonged to. It is in February that many of you are going to discover your strength. You are going to be forced in some way to discover your emotional strength, your physical strength, particularly if you are dealing with health challenges, or even your mental strength. Around this time, many of you are going to make a decision to either focus on your health, or focus on your social life, or focus on your love life. And anything that you choose to put your attention to, you're making that decision and you're going to be able to follow through. If anybody is struggling with their health, it feels that you're going to be able to set your mind in something. It's like you're programming your mind, okay? You may even go cold turkey, okay? You may be quitting smoking just like that. You may be quitting eating junk food. You may be going gluten free. You may be going sugar free, and you're going to be able to do it. There is this inner force that guides you. And if you have been struggling with a lack of willpower, now it feels that willpower returns. You have the determination. So you're going to be able to accomplish a lot in 2024. But for many of you, it feels that it starts in February. Maybe you're going to put yourself on a diet, on exercise, doing yoga, running, meditating, but you're putting yourself in some sort of a schedule and daily routine that is going to prove to be very beneficial for you, your health, or even like your own routine, your professional life. It has a daily routine, your work routine, and it's going to turn out to be very successful. Caution, in February, don't be too greedy. Okay, you may have a tendency to be greedy. Normally, maybe you are not greedy by nature, but something in February could make you feel greedy. So notice what is it that you are greedy about and take it easy. Everything will come your way, Scorpio, whether it's love, more money, a better job opportunity, a better status in life. Okay, but you have to be patient and put the work in now. If you have to put up that application, gather your paperwork, file taxes, whatever it is, February, it's where you start. You gather all the information together, or you have the plan and you are now starting to take the first step toward the execution of that plan. So there is this good luck energy around you. And for some reason, many people are going to comment on your looks. There's something different about you. Either your energy is changing and you look different, or maybe you're happy internally and your health gets better. So people are going to comment on how charming you are, on how charming you are becoming. I'm even getting this sexual charm a lot coming from Scorpios in 2024. Okay, so I hope that this is making sense to you, Scorpios. Capricorn Sun, Capricorn Rising, and Capricorn Moon, February 2024. You have to understand that where is it that you have a tendency to spend and then regret spending money? Okay, where is it that you have a tendency to overspend? See, it feels like you are going to learn how to shop smarter. Whether you have to use coupons, whether you find out what store, what place has the biggest discounts, or website has the bigger discounts. Some of you could be getting professional help about finances, professional help about knowing where to shop. Like for some reason, it feels like either you are learning how to shop smarter, or somebody shows up in your life, and they are teaching you how to be smarter with your finances, particularly with shopping and saving money. You have a lot of question marks. You are wondering why a person did what they did to you. Maybe this is an ex from many years ago. Okay. For some of you, you may still be wondering about a friend or a friendship that maybe went sour. Okay. For some of you, it feels like if it was about a father or a father like figure, a father, grandfather, father, uncle, a mentor, maybe a mentor at work. Okay. So it feels like this is a male person. Maybe you had a falling out or a huge disagreement of some sort. Now it feels that either you are clarifying the situation, you may be getting closer again, or you may be starting to collaborate again. Okay, so something will become better. Maybe not right away, but this is that portal that is opening up for many of you Capricorns to resolve issues around you and people that maybe you got estranged for. If you are somebody who is looking for a mentor, a teacher to teach you something, to coach you, to train you, it feels like the perfect mentor, teacher may show up for you at this time. Some of you are going to be drawn to deal with your education. You may be taking courses, classes. For some of you, this could be metaphysical type of courses, classes, computer classes, art classes, ballet, physical education. So some of you could be doing the research now. Okay, and maybe school will start later or the training program starts later. But whatever this is, if you are thinking of taking a workshop on tarot, Reiki, I don't know, chemistry, biology, whatever this is, do the research now because it feels like you are attracting toward you the most useful of people. Maybe you are the teacher around this time. It feels like great students will be signing up to learn from you. You may be going to a conference. This could be an online conference. Some of you will have to give a presentation. Okay. For some of you, you have to give a performance and your performance will be judged. If you have to take a test during this time or an examination, it feels like it's going to go very great. I'm even seeing many of you learning how to drive or perfecting your driving, even teaching other people how to drive. So, any types of test, examination, quizzes are going to be going very well. So, this is the time for you to put in the work because it's going to reward you. If it doesn't reward you now right away, it's going to reward you in a couple of months. So it's going to be worth it. So do the work now. I hope that this is making sense to you, Capricorn. Sagittarius Sun, Sagittarius Rising, and Sagittarius Moon, February 2024. You have to be aware what is it that you need to give up right now because you have been exhausting all of the possibilities. There's nothing else that you can do. Whether you need to give up on a dream, a goal, a vision, a job, even, or even a person, okay? It feels that now reality is going to hit you hard. Either somebody's giving you a reality check or you're giving yourself a reality check. So it feels that you have to understand what is it that you need to close your door on. Okay. Around this time, it could be that maybe you get news that a certain work project will be coming to an end. Work may be coming to an end. So you may be thinking, okay, I know when this is ending. So it's time for me to start looking for something new. It feels that overall, it feels like some old energy is closing the door on you. It feels like all this negative crap that you had to go through, even emotionally, having to go through ups and downs. Some of you in the last couple of years, you had to deal with struggles around a home or finances, like having to go maybe through extremes. And now it feels like this huge portal is closing the door of that negativity. It feels like brand new beginnings, brand new changes. You may not comprehend this at first that this is happening. You may have a better understanding of it around March, April, and May, but it is beginning energetically now. And maybe later you're going to see this unfold in your life. So you are closing the door on some huge negative energies. And it feels that finally there's more light in your life. You comprehend more, you understand more. In your heart, you are open to receive more. You understand a higher perspective, a different point of view. You are going to learn information that maybe it wasn't available for you before. You're going to learn what was happening behind scenes. You're going to learn the truth. You're going to learn who was hiding the truth, what lies were circulating around. And this may be happening in the media, in the news. Uh, so it's a subject that you have an interest on, but this may also be happening in your own personal life, especially if it involves friends and friendships. So big revelations will be taking place at this time. It's going to be very important for you to kind of reconnect to what you feel takes you home, brings you home, whether it's a spiritual belief, a spiritual practice, religion, visiting the family of origin, connecting with family of origin. So something that emotionally brings you back to you, to yourself. And trust me, when that old energy goes out, you're going to feel more reconnected with your own self. You're going to have this feeling of, finally, I'm coming home. I'm coming home to myself, feeling more comfortable in your own skin. You may be going through some improvements of your digestive system, your skin. If you had any aches and pains in your joints, it feels like that is getting better. So you're going to receive some sort of an improvement in your physical health. I hope that this is making sense to you. Aquarius, Aquarius Sun, Aquarius Rising, and Aquarius Moon, February 2024. It's going to feel like you are riding a roller coaster, an emotional roller coaster. You're going to have a lot of doubts. You're going to have a lot of questions that you may be asking yourself about your love life, your sexual life, your health, where you are in life. You're going to encounter people from different walks of life. You're going to be making a lot of acquaintances. If you are on social media, you're going to have a bigger social media presence in February. You may be gaining more followers. Something that you may decide to teach or to put out there in the universe, to put out there on social media, it's going to go very well. You may decide to teach during this time, to organize, or even to organize some form of a coaching program. Around this time, some of you may be getting published. Maybe you worked on an article, a book, a presentation of some sort that is going to be published. It feels that you have opened many of your chakras. And if you haven't done that on purpose, energy is smart, and energy has cycles that comes in and out of everybody's life. But you're going to notice that now you have a different vibration. You have been dealing with fears, and for many of you, now you have learned how to manage your fear. You have to understand, Aquarius, that from now on, you are going to be unstoppable. So it's very important that you embrace your authentic self, okay? You don't have to hide anymore for fear of judgment. You may be judgmental. I get that. I am an Aquarius. But sometimes the world needs to hear a different point of view. Okay. It does feel that in February you are also going to be oriented toward helping others, helping masses, donating money to a cause, donating your time. So this desire that many of you have to help, okay, it feels like now you're taking action. Some of you may be volunteering. It feels that for some of you, you have been making an important breakthrough when it comes to your health. Okay. For some of you, you are dieting. Some of you are on therapy. You may be having a major breakthrough in therapy. I see some of you receiving energy work. Could be energy clearing, Reiki, acupuncture, could be something else. But it feels like you are receiving some sort of an energy healing, and it's going to be very successful. Some of you Aquarians around this time, you may be getting a reading from somebody, okay? And it's going to be so on point, it's going to sound true to you for years and years to come. Some of you could be thinking or dwelling on your feelings for someone. This could be romantic feelings, sexual feelings. So some of you may be thinking of proposing or taking your relationship to the next level. It feels that you are coming to a point where either you are tired where you are in life and you are ready to embrace change and to do something for yourself, to take action, to take initiative. Okay, or it feels like I either want everything from life or I want nothing. You're not going to settle for the middle way. Okay, I don't care who you are and where you live in and where you live on the planet. You're going to feel that you are ready to have it all. Everybody else has it all. Why not you? Okay, your efforts are going to reward you in February. So anything that you choose to put your efforts, whether it is making better your home life, moving to a new home, cleaning, finances, work, career, relationships, your health, your weight loss journey, if you are on one, not everybody is. So anything that you choose to put your efforts in is going to reward you. And I see money coming your way. If not now, in a couple of months, it feels like the efforts that you're putting on now, for some reason, they're going to reward you financially a little bit later on. And I see many of you Aquarians working on finishing up unfinished work, unfinished business, unfinished projects. Okay. Many of the projects that you're going to start now are going to take on, you're going to be able to complete them, and they're going to be successful. And I see many of you feeling very creative. Okay, your creative juices are running. So you're going to be very, very creative in February. I see many of you painting, writing poetry, even designing. I'm showing a lot of you designing, working on designs and being able to overcome some sort of a struggles in regards to finances or banking. You know, sometimes you get stuck somewhere, the money's there, but it's bank to bank issue or on online banking issue. So being able to even resolve some matters involving either the internet or technology. However, you are advised to be very careful as to who has access to your secrets. If you have a journal, a diary, don't leave that just hanging around so everybody has access to. If you have a bank account, a cell phone, don't let that around so that everybody has access to. So be very protective of your personal items, personal properties. Check and check twice. Check the door behind you. And most importantly, be very careful where is it that you are walking, what type of shoes you have. I see like little tiny accidents. It feels like you may be distracted. Okay, maybe you're cooking something and you cut your hand or something, but some of you may be having a problem or a little pain or aches with your big toe. For some reason, I'm showing the big toe for some of you. So overall, it feels like there could be some struggles, but everything is very resolvable. So try not to make it bigger in your mind than it has to be. And yeah, you may have to deal with important love decisions or relationship decision or marriage decisions in February. I hope that this is making sense to you, Aquarius. Pisces Sun, Pisces Rising, and Pisces Moon, February 2024. Your suspicions are going to be confirmed. If you have suspected somebody of doing something illegal or breaking the rules, this could be in the workplace, it feels like your suspicions are going to be confirmed. Maybe in your home or among you and different family members and relatives, maybe you suspected something. Okay, now it feels that your suspicions are true. If you have someone in your life who is struggling with any types of addictions, it feels like now they are ready for help. They may be going through therapy, or they could be going to, I don't know what it's called, like a facility where they help people with different types of addictions. So, in other words, something that you knew from inside of you that was real, or you didn't know how to justify that. Now you are seeing the evidence of that. Many of you could be during this time either noticing that your intuition is highlighted. You may be choosing to take classes to develop your intuition. Some of you could be going for like a writer's workshop. Some of you could be going for like a paint night, pottery. So this feels very interesting because some of you may be trying things for the first time. Okay, so it's all about what is it that you are projecting out there. So for some of you, it feels like you are now ready to look into the present and the future and not to dwell so much in the past. For some of you, there's going to be a birthday celebration coming up. So happy birthday to you. And I'm also seeing many of you receiving gifts of cash or gift cards. Okay. And somebody's coming late or there's some delays in something, it's connected to a child. Either a child you have, it's running late for something, they may be showing up late, or they may be running into delays, but everything is good at the end. Pay attention not to be disappointed, okay? It feels like for some reason people around you are going to be distracted. You may be feeling like nobody's paying attention. So don't be disappointed because there are people around you who are going through personal stuff and maybe they're not ready to reveal that. So try not to take anything personally. Okay, through work, or about work, there is success in the making. You are about to receive good news either about finding a job, being honored at your job, or they may be presenting you with some options at work, either about the work schedule, a promotion, or other situations. But you're going to be presented with some options and choices at work, and that's going to please you very much. Yes, you're going to have now to choose, but it's going to be very pleasing and satisfying for you to know that you have options. Many of you are going to decide to either interview for a new job position or for to interview for a new job with a new company. If anybody owed you money, whether it was a late payment, somebody who borrowed money from you, so it feels like the money that was owed to you, now it's coming back to you. Okay, so it's being returned to you. Something that you lost, you are now going to be able to find it. I'm also seeing somebody who may step in during this time, trying to help you financially in some ways. Not necessarily that you need financial help, but for some reason, I see at least one person being very generous toward you and giving you money or wanting to sponsor you in some ways. So if you are dealing with a circumstance where you need to attract a sponsor to sponsor you, your idea, to financially sponsor a project, okay, this would be the perfect time for you to start applying or start looking for people because you are now attracting the most useful and benevolent people coming your way. So if you are a Pisces who, for some reason, you thought you don't have good luck with people, people lie, or you are afraid of people, it feels like that door is now closed. All these negative people, it feels like life is taking them out of your way. It's clearing the way for you. And the new people that are coming in your life, even if it is just like a casual conversation with someone, it turns out to be very useful for you. And you're going to feel this feeling of, I am now blessed. Okay, I'm also seeing some of you becoming a parent for the first time or maybe a grandparent. Okay, so I see the blessings of at least one child about to enter your life. So you may be receiving news about this pregnancy or about this birth around this time. Many of you are going to be consulting with a financial specialist or somebody else about finances, where they're going to be able to point out where the problem is and how to fix it, maybe dealing with banking, credit cards, your credit limit, your credit score. So it feels like you're going to be on track with your finances. You're going to be able to resolve a financial issue. So it feels like at the end of the month, you're going to be looking forward with excitement for something to happen, and you're going to feel more balanced internally, more balance in your life. You're going to have a new routine, and you're just going to love your life more. So I hope that this is making sense to you, Pisces. Again, you can always email me at amalightworker@gmail.com if you like to book a reading. I'm still running the $200 special, which includes an energy clearing, an Akashic reading, or an Akashic healing. And as a bonus, I'm gifting to you a 9-star key reading, which is also called a birthday reading, where you tell me your birthday. I will break down the patterns of your birthday, and I will tell you what the energy of 2024 is for you and how to use it, what to do and what not to do in 2024. And I'm now going to read the comments. If there is anyone new, anybody has a question or a comment. Okay, so Green Fields from Dubai. Liz, how are you? Abstract Wellness, how are you? Philosoph Vlogs, Maria Almeida, V. Calder, Ruti Tavares, Celebrity Gossip Tarot, Heal This Life from New Zealand, Kia Ora, DXU 4444, if I'm saying that correctly. And my friend has just joined. Lovely, how are you? Yosanj, if that's your name, and I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. How are you? So you are also going to be able to watch the replay and stop and re-listen to your sign. Again, if anybody is live with me right now, I would truly appreciate it if you are able to help me with timestamps. I'm going to have to re-listen to this entire video and write down the timestamps so that I can publish in the comment section for you guys later. But if anybody wants to, put a stamp there for a particular sign, please feel free to do that. I see Irina T from Canada. How are you? So I don't know if anybody has noticed, but everybody around me, me including, we have been dealing with ups and downs emotionally. Okay, and it's very interesting for me because astrologically, all the planets are moving forwards. However, it does feel like it doesn't feel so comfortable internally. However, everything has been good. So I just wanted to hear from you. What's your personal experience so far? Oh, thank you, Liz. Liz is saying you look great. Thank you. Yeah, okay. And I have also posted a video in the community tab and also here. Somebody interviewed me and I posted that interview on this channel. And I always remember to check on the community tab because that's where I may be posting an announcement, an interview, or I always announce it there right before I go life. So Abstract Wellness is saying she agrees ups and downs mostly at work. And I remember doing the 2024 predictions for each and every sign. It feels like everything is going to change this year in a positive sense. Okay, for each and every sign of the zodiac, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be comfortable. Okay, so I don't know. With each and every sign, I got similar messages. So it's going to be a year, a life-changing year where all that negativity that we had for the last couple of years goes away, and now it feels like life will be more stable, particularly with work, and there's going to be this stability that maybe we never had before. So I decided personally to be gluten-free again because I used to be gluten-free for at least 7 years and dairy-free. I could not find gluten-free products where I live. Okay, that has changed now. There's more stores that offer a huge variety of gluten-free products. So I decided to be gluten-free again. It has only been 1 week, but I do feel lighter. I don't know what's your journey about it. So I hope that this time it works out for me, because um, I loved gluten-free products. They were very tasty. Not every single one of them, but they had more and more varieties and choices into gluten-free products. Okay, so I'm going to be open to one question from the audience before I close this live stream. So if anybody has a question, I'm going to answer to it now. Otherwise, if nobody has a question, then I am going to close the live stream. Okay, I'm just moving the chat here because I don't see anything yet. Okay, I'm trying to move the chat here, but sometimes this cursor is not working, so I don't know what's going on. Okay, so nobody has a question. That's a first time ever. Okay, then I guess this is time to say goodbye. You're going to find my website posted down here below in the description box, www.amalightworker.com. Email me at amalightworker@gmail.com. You are also going to find the link to the Vimeo videos for readings for each sign of the zodiac in the description box down here below, but also in the chat on top of the chat. So email me if you have any questions, any comments, or if you like to book. Abstract wellness is saying work is so challenging for me and others. What does the records show? So let me focus on that. Okay. It is oriented toward the personal inner changes that everybody is going through. Each and every person on earth is going through major personal inner changes with your emotions, your mind. It's like everybody is finally getting to be at a higher level where you are getting closer and closer to your higher purpose in life. So when you are changing internally, when your mind is expanding, your heart is expanding, okay, suddenly your current work situation doesn't make sense anymore, and everybody is going through that. Okay, so some people may still need to find themselves professionally. It doesn't matter how good you are in what you do. If it doesn't correspond to your higher calling, then you're going to feel at some point that you are estranged from your profession or people that you work with. And at the same time, as throughout wellness and to everybody else, they're saying, do not worry. This is only a phase, because every single human being is meant to meet and to find their purpose in life and to find their ideal work circumstances. So this is just a phase. You're not the only one going through this or questioning whether you should stay at this job or at this profession. Everybody on earth is going through that. Okay, when we get to a better place in our life, we go through that phase where we question where we are. Okay, so there is that need for change that drives you and me and everybody else towards something better, something different. Okay, and that's why we all have to go through some challenging situations, or even questioning everything internally about a job, questioning our talents, our abilities. Do I have what it takes to take on this project, to do this job, to do this profession? Am I underqualified? Am I over qualified? So for you personally, you are still going through that inner transition, and you still need to figure out your place in the work and in the world. Okay, so when you are comfortable with something, it means that you are okay, so you don't question it. Okay, so in that process of personal growth, when something is not comfortable, then you start to question that. Okay, and then problems come, you don't feel comfortable. Okay, until you realize that maybe you need to do something different. Okay, or maybe it's not you, it's them. So you're going to have to be in this uncomfortable place for a little bit before everything goes fine. Okay, before everything gets redistributed and okay. Okay, so I'm sensing for you, abstract wellness, that it's one or two people that throw everybody off in the workplace. It's mostly their attitude and what they say, because other than that, the team of work, the team of people you work with, they seem to be getting along, but there's always that one person that makes everybody comfortable, and it throws everybody else out of balance. That's what I'm sensing for your personal case, abstract wellness. So I hope that this is making sense to you. So Liz is saying, dream and create your own future, everyone. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Liz. Okay, guys, I will see you in the next live stream. And don't forget to contact me if you have any questions, or to book a service with me at amalightworker@gmail.com. I love you. Thank you very much for staying during this long chat with me. And I will see you again in the next live stream. Bye for now.